Good evening, everyone. It's me, EvaMarie, and I hope you're having a great Friday. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Tonight, we're going to be doing some free and paid readings, so hope everyone's doing well. Thank you guys so much. I am using a new platform, so hopefully it works out well. If not, we'll have to stop the video and restart it from somewhere else. So please let me know if you're hearing the video okay, you're seeing the video okay. If there's any kind of complications, please go ahead and post that at the bottom so I can take a look at that, okay? So thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 1 second. Hello, 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 Miss Amber. All right, let's see. So tonight we're doing free and paid readings. I'm using a new platform. We're going to see how it looks, how it sounds. Hopefully it does what it needs to do so we can get these videos, because I'm going to be doing some videos. And so small videos to teach people and stuff like that. So I'm checking out a new platform that will be able to work across all of my social media accounts. And that's kind of what I've been looking for. So hopefully this one works well. I am going to go ahead and share out this video. I'm checking to be sure it sounds good. Hopefully it does. Well, so far it sounds good. Hello, hello, hello. All right, let me lower this down. I'm going to be looking at my cell phone just to be sure it's staying on point. To me, the video sounds good so far. It doesn't sound robotic. Let me know if that's different for everybody, because I'm listening in on my phone too. Hello, hello, hello. All right, let me lower this down. I'm going to be... Okay. So far, so good. That's what we're going to do. So far, so good. So tonight we're going to be doing readings. Tonight's readings are going to be $15 for a reading, $20 for a channeling, and $30 for a mixed reading and a channel tonight. Hello, everybody. Hello, Miss Jasmine. Hello, Amber. Miss you too, sweetheart. Hello, Miss Campion Priscilla. Hello, Felipa. Hello, Dee. Hello, Cece. All right. Miss Amber says she's sending a Venmo. Awesome. Thank you, Miss Carolina, for sharing me out. I appreciate you. Like I said, this is a new platform. I'm just checking to be sure that it's good before we get into the readings. Be sure. So if you guys are seeing anything or anything like that that is like a little off, let me know so I can, try to tweak it as we go. New platform, guys. So it's a new situation. All right. Hello, Miss Maggie. All right. So tonight we're going to be doing free and paid readings. In order to get a free reading, you must share the video out. By the way, talking about sharing this out. Hold on 1 second. Let me share the video out. Interesting. Let's try this. Okay, that's going good so far. That's good. Sorry, guys. I'm going to go ahead and share this out to a couple groups. All right, perfect. Awesome. All right. Okay, let's take a look here. So I did get a couple payments, so let's go ahead and look at all that. Okay, so I got a payment from Miss Amber. All right. Miss D said that she's sending a payment too. Awesome, Miss D. All right. Let me pull up my PayPal real quick. Yes, I did get a PayPal. Thank you. And then do you guys have particular questions, or is it just for whatever I see? Let me know. How I work is we do free pay. And that's kind of what we're going to do tonight, so that everyone kind of gets a chance for readings. In order to get a free reading, you must share out the video. All right. I am paying attention to the, I'm trying to pay attention to the video too. I do see it is having a bit of a lag in it. He says open to receive. Okay, so any information? Okay. Miss Amber, is there a particular question that you have for me, sweetheart? Or just a general? I'd say whatever, but you know who came back. I really like this new person though. Oh, well, let's take a look at that. Questionable new attitude. All right. All right, we're going to start off with the collective read, and then we're going to go into I'm going to work with Miss Amber, then I'm going to do a free read, then I'm going to do Miss D. In order to get a free reading, all you have to do is put love and light at the bottom. It lets me know who has shared the video and all that good stuff. And then if you would like me to read for you, go ahead and share out that payment, which is $15 for reading, $20 for channeling, $30 for a reading and a channel. His name is Brett. I'd say whatever, but you know who came back. I really like this new person though. Let's see what we have on that. Let me pull out the blue deck. So tonight we have Letterman coming out, guys. So this is the Letterman deck. We also have Tattoo Tarot. This is also another deck that I'm working with tonight as well. This camera's weird. So we'll be working with that one. And of course, the Tattoo Tarot. Got to give a shout out to this one. This one is really on point. Of course, my readings are as well, but you know, not trying to toot my own horn. I don't like to do that. All right. Let's take a look. So let's start off with the collective read for the night. What is it that people need to see tonight? What do we need to see for everyone tonight? What do we need to see for the collective? All right. All right, let's take a look. So for mixed, it is $30. And I think you sent 26. We'll let that ride so you don't have to pay the fees and stuff like that again. So no worries on that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do a collective read real quick. This is for whatever anyone needs to see or whatever. Block that person. I see this doesn't stop people from... Sorry, guys, I did block them, so it is going to stop, hopefully. Okay. Hold on one second. Let me see something real quick. Hold on one second, guys. They just dropped the stream from my Facebook, so give me 1 second, guys. Like I said, if I have to come off of here, off of this platform, then I will. but I'm trying to give it a fair chance. All right, show me the collective read. Okay, that should be. One second, guys. It keeps on losing. Oh my gosh. One second. I'm sorry. It keeps on dropping my stream from Facebook and it wants to reconnect. One second, guys. Yeah, I'm looking. I see the trolls are in here. And every time I try to go and block them, it's kicking me out every time I try to go and block them. So hopefully it stops because I can't stop it from my stream itself. So I'm trying to do it from my phone. I think it's done. Anyways, we'll see if it's done. All right, we'll see. See how I see trolls now, because they can't get their own clients, so they have to come and try to poach other people's. And so we normally send them with light and love because they can't find their own. So may they find their own true happiness and goals without trying to poach someone else's clients, because that's not cool, guys. Okay. Anyway, let's take a look at the collective read. All right, the Five of Swords is coming out. So is the Two of Cups, and another one just flipped around the other way. So did the Magician. They say to read the Magician the right way. All right, I'm open to that. Hello, Belinda. Hello, Cedric. And I got a flyer. So, flying cards are the Knight of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Six of Cups. Maria says, I haven't got a message for payment yet, Miss Maria. Let me take a look real quick. Hold on. Debbie, I got Debbie's. Maria got yours. And Cece got yours. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So got those payments. So I got Amber, D, Maria, and Cece. Those are on my list tonight so far. Hello, hello, hello. Let's send out some hearts as we're doing this collective read. Let's send out some hearts for Miss Sandy, please. I do see that she is watching. We are sending Miss Sandy out some light, love, happiness, and joy to raise her vibe, raise her happiness in her life and everything that she has going on, because she has a lot going on. So guys, please send out Miss Sandy some love, please. That would be greatly appreciated. All right, so for the collective read, let's take a look. All right. So the Five of Swords are in reverse. Sorry, Five of Swords are regular. Two of Cups are in reverse. The Magician is coming out in regular. Knight of Wands is coming out. The Wheel of Fortune is coming in reverse, and the Six of Cups. So what does all that mean? What does it all mean? You must ask. So the Five of Swords is really talking about someone is feeling defeat. So I'm not sure who's watching this. So if it vibes with you, awesome. If it doesn't, okay, so let it pass. So the Five of Swords is all about feeling defeat. Like you constantly feel like you're getting two steps forward, one step back. You're constantly going in and you constantly, it's just like you guys are trying, but you keep on meeting that wall. And it's just like, okay, well, we need to somehow jump around that wall, right? So that Five of Swords is coming in. So they're literally talking about that defeat. But then in comes the Two of Cups. And this has to do with a relationship, because the Two of Cups is normally, or a friendship, but they're literally having to do something about a relationship. So they say we're feeling some defeat. However, let's get creative, because the Magician is coming out. When the Magician comes out, they're literally saying, look, we are sending you guys everything that you need for this relationship to work, for this friendship to work. And we're really trying to help the relationship. However, you need to put some willpower into it. you need to put in some good energy into it, right? So we can't expect something good to happen if we constantly see in some type of negativity, right? So we have got to raise the vibe, hit it from a different position. So they're literally saying we are trying to give you those things that you need. However, you have to understand that there are sometimes other people that can put in, like, so this other person that you might be in a relationship with, maybe they have some negativity that they're still trying to deal with. And when their stuff is trying to come in, it's just like, hold on, it's like a constant battle. It's like, no, can we both get on the same page so that we can really get this relationship working, versus us kind of feeling back and forth, right? Because when we go back and forth like that does not work for us, right? So it does not work for us. So let me put my little guy here. So they say that we need to switch up the situation. We need to get to a point of happiness and joy. So find your happiness and your joy in that relationship instead of feeling stagnant. I'm trying to get you guys to see my baby Yoda over here that my husband bought me. But this camera is being weird. Anyways, there's Yoda. Okay, so anyways, one-eared Yoda, two-eared Yoda. Turn it this way. Okay, anyways, Yoda. So they're talking about this relationship. So they say, let's start to create willpower. Let's start to get a little bit more flexible. Pay attention to the deception and trickery. If you're not putting it out there, who's putting out that deception and trickery in this relationship? So we have to say, are we really getting all the right information before we're acting? Are we really getting all the right vibes before we're moving on? Because if we're not, we need to change it up. And we need to literally open up that communication skill and that communication set so that we can get some things working the way that we need to, right? Then in comes, so right below the Five of Wands, in comes the Knight of Wands, right? So we have the Five of Wands and then the Knight of Wands. So this is some type of a male energy. So because of that, this male energy is like, there, even though we feel defeated, we have to be able to communicate so we can move forward, right? Because the Knight of Wands is all about the journey. He's all about the fight. He's ready to go up and he's ready to get with the fight. However, we have to say, okay, is this truly something that you want? Because if you're not ready to go into that fight and this is not something that you really want to do, then why are you making it seem like this is what you want, right? So it's like, we got to get on the right page, guys, because your actions and your and those emotions that you're putting out are two different things. They're not matching up, and that's not working for anybody, right? So it's just like, oh my God, can we get on the right page, right? And then in comes the Wheel of Fortune in a reverse position, because they say, look, and this falls right below the relationship card. So they're really talking about there's some type of failure, there's some type of setback that this relationship is going to. And it's just like I said before, one hit after another, and we're running into that wall. And we keep on running into that wall when it comes to this relationship moving on to the next level, because we don't, and we cannot communicate. And we don't communicate on a positive note. So it's just like, oh my gosh, enough is enough, right? And then in comes, right below the Magician, in comes the Six of Cups. And it's really where they're trying to give you that good stuff, that to call it forth, right? They're trying to give you all the stuff that you need. But at the same time, that Six of Cups is coming in, and someone cannot let go of their past. Honey, you got to let go of your past so you can have a future. Because if you don't, this whole thing that you're trying to create is going to smack dab and burn. So they say, switch it up. You don't like it? That's why I keep telling you guys. You guys don't like it? Switch it up. Switch it up. I feel like switching up the deck, by the way. Switch it up. So, switch it up, y'all. Switch it up. All right. So that's enough of that, because obviously some people didn't like that word, and they decide they disagree because they're not exactly sure what they could get today. Well, if it's not meant for you, that message isn't meant for you, then so be it. Not meant for you. All right, we're going to bring back out the purple deck. As you guys know, this is the Happy Tarot. I really love this deck. This was actually one of my first decks I ever got. And I really love this deck. It's one of my favorite. I haven't used it in quite some time. All right. We're going to go ahead and now we're going to work with Miss Amber. Miss Amber, let's take a look. What we need to see for Amber. She has new situations going on. There's Brett, then there's somebody else. That other person. Let's take a look. What do I need to see for Amber? All right. Well, got lots of cards that wanted to come out. You're getting the Nine of Swords in a reverse position, followed by the Queen of Cups. Followed by the Eight of Swords in a reverse position. Not knowing what you want to do. By the Four of Swords in a regular position. Interesting. Followed by the Tower card. Okay. We're open. Followed by the Ten of Hearts in a reverse position. Followed by the Nine of Hearts in a reverse position. Followed by the Eight of Pentacles. Then we get the Ace of Wands. I see you. Followed by the Moon. All right. Now, I want to bring out the blue deck. This is a Letterman deck. And this particular person, I know this is one of her favorite decks. So I just decided to bring it out, and I just felt the urge to bring it out. I know, I'm kind of digging the closed captions. I am too. I'm kind of digging that. All right, Miss Amber, let's take a look. All right, I'm going to pull out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a tarot, and then I'm going to read the Letterman that comes with it, and then tell you the whole story about it all. If you guys would like to get your name on the list for readings, tonight's readings are $15 for a reading, $20 for a channel, or $30 for a channel and a reading. Yes, me too, girl. She says, me too. I watch all the movies with it. I know. I love it. And we do a lot of Kung Fu theater night. So we watch all the Kung Fu movies at night. And when we do, of course, it's all in caption, or those are kind of my favorite because they're a lot older anyway. All those movies are a lot older. So, all right, so let's take a look. All right, Miss Amber. Let me pop some of these over to the side here. Okay, this one falls with this one. That one goes there. All right, so Miss Amber. So first off, Spirit wants to talk about where we have been. So they want to talk about where we have been, right? So the first cards that I was getting, they were talking about where you've been, so, and what you've been going through. So it's like you've been through this area of seclusion, really working on yourself, focusing on yourself, but you're kind of getting into this place where you sometimes feel alone, where you want to get into a relationship. However, it's just like we have to deal a lot of stuff with our past. Now, when this particular person decides to get their shit together and on the right path, then things can really start to work. However, they have to come with that right means, right? So because of that, let's get into the cards and let's see what they got to say. So the first card was the Nine of Swords in a reverse position. And then the Letterman card that reaches out with it is the Spirit card. This has to do with balancing the mind, body, soul, heart, and spirit. Everything that it has, right? So this is all about balancing. This is all, it's not just about balancing, but it's what is it that we want, right? So literally, Spirit has been pushing you into your spiritual more and more so. But then in comes that Nine of Swords. And then the Nine of Swords is like, look, so it came in reverse. So it's like you are finally coming out of that nightmare, but you have to be sure that you balance. So they say, even though you're going through some things, you have to be sure that you're balancing. don't beat yourself up about where they used to be, but it's where we are going now. So because of that, they're saying there's a lot to discuss and a lot that we're trying to do. You're coming out of the nightmare, but don't beat yourself up about where or what has happened in the past. If you guys can get through that past, then maybe we can make some things happen. However, we have to say, okay, I'm not where I used to be. That person isn't where they used to be. However, maybe we truly make something happen if we're both open and receptive to positive change, right? So it's like we both have to be doing it, not just one, but both of us. Now, not just that, but then in comes the Queen of Hearts. And so this Queen of Hearts is all about nurturing, intuition, self-love, everything that you need. So this is everything that you've been wanting is being granted, but they say take it slow with whatever the situation is, with whoever it is. Let's take it slow. When the coffin comes up, this is, and not just the coffin, but you got to pay attention to the diamonds. So the diamonds really have to do with money. It has to do with that energy that we're calling forth in our, so those the elements of emotional energy, we're looking at that. But it's also talking about the what are you materializing in this gain in this relationship. So there are some relationships in which, yes, you need to let them rest, but then there are some that we need to, so as you're going through your healing, yes, there are some relationships that we need to rest, but just as much as they need to rest, trust me when I say, just as much as you want that, it's going to be like, okay, well, more and more is getting ready to come to happen, right? So even though you want that, more people are going to come in as well. So it's just like, I would rather sometimes be by myself, but we have all this other stuff happening too. Ashley says it is cutting out so bad on my screen. Is anybody else having problems with their screen? Hold on, let me check my phone. If it is, I might just have to jump off and just use my phone. Is it cutting off on everyone else's screen? Guys, let me know. Now, we also get in the 8 of Swords in a reverse position. And then in comes the letter. So D is saying, yeah, it's cutting out for her too. Amber says she's good. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to let it ride for right now. My internet says, Jasmine says yes. All right, let me do this one. Let me get through Miss Amber. She can hear me. That's great. And then what we'll do is I'll go ahead and stop the live, and then we'll have to come back in from another position. All right, so Miss Amber. So this 8 of Swords that is coming in, when they make me focus on this person who has literally been dealing with her mind, body, soul, heart, spirit, and so it's like she's finally has taken off this veil. And she's paying attention to everything that life has got to offer, right? So this is completely you. But then as soon as you do, then we get some form of communication from somebody that's like, hey, how are you doing? And then they want to come back into your life, and they want to do this and they want to do that. But as that is happening, they're saying, be sure that you're determined on those things in which you want to happen. You have goals now that you must receive and that you must achieve, but you have to continue on the fight. So we have to get there, right? Then in comes, so then now the next set here, you get the 4 of Swords. And then they bring in this coffin once again. So there's like something that we need to release. So there's something here that we need to release. But, and literally, look, the scythe is coming in. So there is something here that we need to release. There is. And not just that, it's just like they make me focus on not just on the scythe here, but then they have me focusing on the gentleman that has his own sword or his own axe here. And it's just like he's trying to come in right at the time when you are manifesting your gain, your relationship gain. This person comes in and tries to wreck it. They try to wreck it. Look at that. And it's just like, you were just fine minding your own business, and someone wants to come in and, come on now. They want to come in and just see if there's a possibility. And every time they do that, it throws you off. Every single time. It's just like, are you going to be real this time? Or are you going to keep on going back and forth? Because if you're going to keep on going back and forth, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Because at some point, it's just like, okay, look, I know that you want to be with me, but at some point we have to say enough is enough, because if you can't appreciate me, one thing I've learned is that I can appreciate myself. So you've taken this time out to know who and what Amber wants, but at the same time, then as soon as you do, then he decides to come back in. And here's the thing, is that now you have someone else that you're kind of interested in, and now we're coming in and it's just like throwing you off. And it's just like, come on, really? Why do we have to do this? Why do you have to constantly do this to me? And it pulls on that heartstring, because they know that you love them. And so there's like, oh, well, there's a chance there. I know that she loves me, so let me give it a whirl. Is that okay? Is that okay? Come on now. Come on. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And then not just that, but then in comes the crisis card. And yes, this is a moment for you to learn from, but this is definitely a moment in which you have been through that has taken you in and out and in and out. And look, both of you, okay, you know, both of you and someone from your past has definitely been through some things. And when you finally went your own way, you found your true happiness, and you can truly find your true happiness. Now, I'm not going to say that you don't love this person. I'm just saying that you guys have definitely been through some things, right? And not just that, but then in comes a dog in a reverse position. His loyalty is not to you. Their loyalty is not to you. Their loyalty is to their self, is what Spirit is saying. It's to their self and not to you. They'll put their self first before your own wants, goals, needs, and actions. And is that okay? See, got you questioning. Is that okay? Now, not just that, but then it doesn't just have you questioning some things, but in comes the 10 of Hearts in a reverse position. Now, we tried to go ahead and do that whole, family situation. And yeah, let's go ahead and create that. However, this whole sadness is not making things good. Because literally, this whole sadness not being, like, I feel like it's constantly, he's saying, I don't feel like it's fair. No, he needs to do some nurturing. That person, whoever this is, they need to do some nurturing. We know who this is. This person from your past needs to do some nurturing, because they're not going to get the family that they want unless they do. They need some nurturing, some self-nurturing, some self-love, like they need it all. And that's just how it is. Because you have already been there, done that, and you are working on yourself. But what we don't need is for someone to come in here and make us feel like we're any less than. Because when you finally find that right person, truly, nothing, even the only thing that has, yes, the Tanner, the only thing that has him constantly pulling on you is because there's still a heart core to him. There's still some cords that are left to him. But when they're finally dealt with, that's on a whole nother level. Then we could finally deal with the new person. But it's just like, as soon as you let them go, then it's like that whole emotion comes back in again. We deal with that whole situation all over again, right? In comes the 9 of Hearts, followed by the Gentleman by the Water. Look at that. But they're not fulfilled. This card is normally about fulfillment. They're not fulfilled. They're not satisfied in their life. He is, he's not mature with the situation. He's not exactly sure what he's going to do next, right? But at the same time, it's just like, allow me to be happy. Look, I get that you're not happy, but dang, let me be happy. Especially when it comes to love, because you do want to be loved. And now that you get that chance, it's just like, here he comes, trotting his way back in. However, understand that we have to create those things in which you want. Whether or not it's with Brett, whether or not it's with Tanner. Tanner has got to figure out what he's doing with himself before he even gets another chance with you. He has to literally tell himself what it is that he wants. He has to tell you what he wants, so that we can finally get to that. And then get to creating that person. Get to doing that. Because if he doesn't, it's going to be this constant going back and forth, right? So work on you, create those things that you want, because he is still going to deal with, this loyalty. He's still going to deal with disloyalty. So as you go on your way, let him be disloyal somewhere else. Let him pull on someone else's emotions. Because what he isn't going to do is constantly pull on your emotions. It's not happening anymore. Then in comes the 8 of Pentacles. This is all about creation. So more and more creativeness, right? So it's all coming your way. You're right on the brink of getting everything together, but you have to continue to stay on your path. Continue with dealing with everything that you want in life. Setting those goals and knocking them down. Because literally, in comes the Tower. Emotions are going to be everywhere. Right? Emotions are going to be everywhere. But one thing that you can control is yourself. Control yourself. Right? Because he's not going to do anything besides make you feel some sort of way. So let's work on those things that Amber wants. As the last set here, in comes the Moon. When the Moon card comes out, this is literally about paying attention to your hopes, dreams, goals, and desires. Paying attention to your journey, those things that you want and need in life, because they're all getting ready to happen for you. Are you ready to receive? And then not just that, is as you're getting ready to receive it all, everything that you want, don't allow anybody to take it, because in comes the mice. The mice are all about you create everything that you want, and then the mice come in and try to wreck it and steal it. No, continue on striving. Continue on your strive of happiness and joy. When this person when Tanner finally gets to figuring out what Tanner wants, then he can come to you. But as it stands, and hopefully you'll be available, but chances are you probably won't, because if Brett has anything to do with it, he's really going to try his hardest to make you a part of his life, to take that friendship one step closer. And he wants to get to know you more. The question is, do you want to get to know him? That's what matters. What is it that you want? Because it's time for you to make that choice. Happiness and joy, that's what counts. So thank you, Miss Amber, for allowing me to read for you. Many blessings, light, and love. And not just that, anytime I see that fox having to deal with Tanner, you already know what it is. We already know what it is. Literally. Right? All right. So can everyone still hear me okay before I go trying to change the video? Everyone can hear me okay? Everything's going good? The video looks good? You guys are doing well? You're welcome, Miss Amber. Love you too, sweetheart. Billy, how do you go about getting a reading for tonight? So, or channeling. So all you have to do, if you want to do it here on the live, it is via PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. All that stuff should be on the screen. If you decide that you want to take this, and so tonight's readings are $15 for a reading, $20 for channeling, $30 for a mixed reading and a channeling. If you want to take this, and let's just say that you guys are, really wanting to get a personal one-on-one session instead of doing it from here, then say that, and I'll go ahead and set up some one-on-one time with you. If you want to just pay through here, that's fine too. And then just private message me to get that booked. Okay? All right, so I got payment from Ashley Klein. Miss Ashley, I got your payment. Who would you like me to channel? All right, I got a payment from Miss Ashley Klein. Thank you so much. All right, Veronica says, I can hear you just fine. Thank you. Everything is fine. All good. All good. Awesome. 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 So everything is looking good so far. Perfect. So let's get started. So I got D, Maria round, Maria. Then I got Cece and I got Ashley. But right now what I want to do is I want to do a free reading. So if you're here and you're watching, just go ahead and type in, sorry, hold on, trying to read this up. If you're here for a free reading, just a basic reading, I could pull a couple cards for you. Just go ahead and type in love and light at the bottom. And then I will go ahead and pick someone that I will give a free 2-card reading to. Billy Kaufman says, okay, I was just wondering, we did a private the other night with channeling Savannah, so I just wanted to see the options. Thank you. No problem, Billy. So it's either here through the live, or if you want to do a one-on-one session where I actually call you and we have that time, we could do that as well. Okay, so just let me know. All right. And Ashley says, Mama, Alicia, potentially my sister Christina, or anyone else who comes forward. Ashley. All right. So it is Mama, Alicia, Christina, or anyone that comes forward. Okay. So I'm going to do a free reading, and I'm going to get into Miss D. Then I'm going to do another free reading, then do Miss Maria, then Cece, and then Ashley. And that's kind of how we roll for the night. You guys want to get your name on the list? It is $15 for a reading, $20 for a channeling, $30 for a mix. All right. Let's see. And so when I do a free reading, it's just literally just a free reading, random reading, couple cards to whoever it is. Okay. All right. So I'm drawn to Miss Veronica Pena. Veronica Pena will be my first free one. So Miss Veronica, go ahead and keep your question in your heart space. Ooh. Okay, try that again. You're so welcome, Miss Veronica. Says thank you so much for your time and energy. You are so welcome. You're getting the 9 of Hearts in a reverse position, followed by the High Priestess in a reverse position, followed by the 8 of Pentacles, followed by the 9 of Swords in a reverse position, followed by the 9 of Pentacles. So you got double 9s that are coming out here. Let's see, 9, triple, let's see, 1, 2, you got 3 9s coming out. Wow. So when the 9s are coming out, there's this talks about completion, perfection, success, and spirituality. So let's talk about this. So that's what it means when triple 9s are coming out. Any kind of double or triples, that's kind of what that means, okay? So it talks about completion, perfection, success, or spirituality. Oh, my back is itchy. Sorry, guys. Okay. So let's talk. So they're talking about fulfillment here. Not being completely fulfilled, because this 9 of Hearts is coming in a reverse position. So either something that is not being fulfilled, or taking like an overabundance or overindulging in something in which we need to really watch out. So they're really talking about what are those things in which you want, what are those things in which you're achieving. However, we need to balance them out. So if you're not getting fulfilled mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, or spiritually, they say then we need to find a balance through this, right? So whether or not it's meditation, spiritual energy, whether or not it's spiritual baths, whether or not it's grounding ourselves. If it has to do with financial, what are those things in which we're putting our time and energy into? Are we focusing on a positive, mindset? Those kinds of things. Even if it comes to manifesting, you guys also check out my videos that I will be starting to, on Shaman EvaMarie, I will be doing little videos that will talk about different things about manifesting and things like that. So I'm going to start doing little tutorial videos and things that will help people on manifesting and just a lot of different things. So anyways, so what they're talking about, the 9 of hearts coming in reverse position, they're talking about that not getting those things in which you want. But the high priestess is coming in reverse position. So this is where it's like, so this normally when she comes in reverse position, either it's the loss of self, it talks about hidden agenda, or there's some type of secrets here. But they're talking about literally not feeling fulfilled. So when they talk about not feeling fulfilled, it's like, hold on, what is going on here? Right? So have you lost yourself? Have you lost yourself on any of those levels, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, or spiritually? And which we really need to focus on, right? So are we losing things that we need to focus on? Or have we taken on so much that we can't handle to a point where you're losing yourself? Are you taking on so much that you are losing yourself? You can't constantly take on energy from everybody else and deal with everybody else's stuff if you cannot focus on your own stuff, right? So sometimes we spread ourselves out so thin that we can't focus on those things. So they're really saying, hold on, let's take a step back and really get to focusing on those things in which we need to focus on, right? So allow yourself to balance out your energy to where you can start to manifest those things in which you want. Because if you're not, because both of them are like, look, well, you definitely have the potential. There's lots of potential here, but we're somehow missing out on the potential. So that's where they say, are we spreading ourselves out so thin that you are losing your potential? Because if we are, we need to take that and refocus our energy on something else, on those dreams and goals that you have put out to the side, or focusing on you instead of focusing on everybody else. Because ultimately, it is what you do as well. It truly is. Then in comes the 8 of Pentacles. And look, this is all about the work. This is all about pride. This is also about spiritual peace and creating your spiritual peace. If you're not creating it, we have to create that spiritual peace and gain. There's no two ways about that. Because what you can't do is continue to cry over it. What you can't do is continue to beat yourself up over things in which that have already spilled. You can't cry over spilled milk. It's some of that. Don't cry about those things that we can't solve. But yet focus on those things in which you can solve. Making those little short-term goals. Achieving those short-term goals. Then get into those big goals. On every level, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, and spiritually. Literally, guys, you got to do it on all levels. That and what you put your energy to, that is where the universe is going to put their energy to. They're going to match you. So if you're putting a negative energy or focus over here for whatever reason, or even let's just say you're not putting the full potential in there, the universe is going to give in energy, not just to this particular situation, but to this, and that. So if you really are having trouble with money, then focus your energy on money. Focus your energy on maintaining the money. Watching your words. Instead of saying, I don't have, how about saying, what can we do? How can I achieve that $1 million? How can I achieve paying those bills? Whatever it is. Because what that does is that opens up your mind by saying, how can I? And your mind is getting out there and is searching for all those things and what it can do and what it can't do. It's going to give you more options when you say, how can I achieve X, Y, and Z? Versus saying, I can't do this. That is a closed-ended statement and it won't get you anything that you want. So switch it up. Switch up the situation. Then in as the last card, in comes the 9 of Pentacles, and she is all about abundance. Finally achieving the abundance. But in order to achieve the abundance, you have to get through those obstacles and setbacks. In order for you to get there, you have to achieve it. You have to reset your mind. You have to you got to get out of this depression, get out of this phase. Right? So change up your situation. Enough of this to get to here. Because look, it's all right there. They're trying to get you there. It is going to take some work, but you got to do it. You've got to do it. Right? You've got to do that. She says, yes, I understand. Change how I'm speaking. Exactly. You can change how you speak. You change up your mindset. Change up your mindset and how you speak. You can achieve anything. You sure can. So thank you, Miss Veronica, for allowing me to read for you, sweetheart. Many blessings, light, and love. All right. We're going into reading now for Miss D. Show me what I need to see for D. All right. You're so welcome, Miss Veronica. Ms. D, I'm hearing needing to take time out to focus on communication, focus on our communication and connection. Focusing on communication and connection, the well-being of it all. And they say that if we can do that, things will start to improve, especially in the relationship matters. In comes the 2. This is the 2 of Wands in a reverse. It just came flying out. So this is literally about allowing ourselves. So this is about choices. It also is about opportunity, Misty. So because of that, they talk about these opportunities that are coming. And so they say opportunities come knocking. But are you going to be receptive enough to open up that door? Especially when it comes to communication. In our relationship, we cannot allow it just to, they show me go stalemate. You cannot allow this stalemate to come in. Not happening. In comes that 9 of Hearts in a reverse position. And this 9 of Hearts in reverse position, this is literally about worry. Worry about whether or not this relationship is going to work. Worry about whether or not this or that is going to work. So those worries can put in setbacks and can put in a negative energy into that relationship. So they say we need to refocus the relationship to get it back to a happy point of view. And here's the thing is like they say, don't make a mountain out of a molehill. So that means don't make out things to be bigger or be more of a situation than what they truly are, Misty. Because here's the thing is that sometimes people just need time to think. Sometimes people just need time to really figure out what it is that they want. Because maybe things might be moving very, very fast and they weren't ready for that. All right, so maybe they weren't necessarily ready for all of this stuff, and it might be moving so fast. And yes, they love you, and yes, they want to be with you. However, it's just like it's all happening way too fast. And yes, they do want to be there with you, but they're saying we need to take a second. Can we just take a breath? Can we take a moment here? And that's literally what Spirit is saying. They need to be able to take that moment to really figure out those things in which they want. Do you want? Yes, it's not just about wanting this relationship. But maybe it's more so not just about wanting this relationship. Maybe it's more so about achieving these things that we're achieving together. And it might scare somebody sometimes. We're achieving these things too fast that it could be scaring them. So, yes, they want to be with you, but at the same time, and yes, you want to be with them. But we have to be sure that we're opening up this relationship to a perfect communication, because the moment in which it is halted is the moment that we end up with problems. Okay, so Spirit is trying to wean you out of these problem-like situations, right, Misty? So they're saying, look, we want something better for you, but you have also, like, you guys got to open up this communication. You have to open up this communication, right? Because if we don't, it's like I said before, we're going to end up with problems, because in comes that King of Swords in that reverse position. Look, that King of Swords, so it's like he wants to. However, you also have to understand he wants to make this change with you. However, you have to see what he has been through in his past relationships, right? And so because that sometimes his past relationships might have not been that good, he's like putting up a shield. It's like, look, he wants to be there, but he's just like, hold on a second. I do want this. And yes, I do love her. And yes, I can potentially see myself doing more with her. But I need to take a step back for a second. So they're showing me like he is literally not second guessing him being with you, but it's more so, let me allow things to settle in though. And that's kind of what they're showing me, is that he needs time to let these things settle in, Miss B. This reading is for Miss B Coil. If it vibes with you too, hey, if it vibes with you, it could vibe with you, right? So because of all this, you know, when somebody is second guessing whether or not, it's not whether or not they should be with you, but it's more so, are they ready for this? You have to say, yes, this is what I want as well, but let me give them that time. The High Priestess is coming in a reverse position. So she keeps on, so she's like, look, this is where he might feel a little bit insecure. So if he's feeling a little bit insecure, don't take this as a negative point of view, but see it more so from a point of view of, okay, you know what, if he's feeling some sort of way, if we could communicate about where we're going and what we both want from each other, then, or what this, or where this relationship is going, then we could kind of come to a conclusion about where things are going to be. But if we cannot communicate about that, you're going to feel stuck, and or he might feel stuck. And then, like I said, this is way too early in this relationship to be going through this right now. So because of that, I ask that you just take your time and you both be patient with each other to really make sure that this is not just what you want, but it's more so that you guys are allowing things to settle and sink in. You guys got to allow these things to sink in, because you guys went from 0 to 100 real freaking quick. Real quick. And I'm not saying that it's not going to work. I'm just saying take your time. Don't rush some things, because if you rush it, it's going to make him feel some sort of way. And yes, you love him. And yes, this can truly be something more. But if you rush somebody and they're not ready for that, then that could break this relationship. And that is not what I want. No one wants that, right? So they want something more. And you guys both want something more, but you guys both have to be open to that. Remembering what this relationship was like in the beginning, that open communication, the hours of talking on the phone, the hours of just pillow talk, you know, that's where we have to remember. And not just that, is that just as much as you feel down, sometimes here's the thing, is that when we feel down, or if we feel like down and out about whatever, you know, men can feel that way just as much. And when when men feel like they're not being supported, ladies, when your man is feeling like he's not being supported, he's going to turn inward. He's going to start shutting down. Then the communication starts to fail. After communication starts to fail, that's when other women come in. Then comes in the emotional connection to them. Then comes in getting to know them more. Then that's where this relationship fails. You see, we want to stop it before it gets there. That's key. Stopping it before it gets there by keeping open communication. Keeping it open communication is where we need to be. Hello, Miss Ashley. Hello, Yendri. I'm well. I am well. So, open communication. Understanding that you guys went from 0 to 100 really fast, Miss B, and you guys really need to take I'm not saying take a break. I'm just saying take a second to really figure out where this thing is going. Are we on the same page about where this thing is going? I don't want there to be any kind of misconception of where I think it's going and where he thinks it's going. We both need to figure out, okay, we have clear communication on where this is going. I'm not second guessing anything, but I need you to be open and honest with me too. Right? So they speak of open and honesty. And then your son comes through and he first of all, tell my mom hi. Thank you for raising your vibe, working out. Thank you for allowing me to come through. Thank you for allowing me to be, because he showed me around the kids. He shows me around TJ. So he's really trying to get, like he's coming through a lot more for the family. And he says something about watching you or working out with you when you work out. Like, I feel like your son is there. Your spiritual team says, don't be so hard on the guy. That is literally what the spiritual team is saying. Don't be so hard on the guy. Take a step back. Let's not overthink things. Let's not overcomplicate things. That's spiritual team coming through. They're like, don't overcomplicate things. Let's really take our time here. Allowing yourself to, and I feel like what they're showing me is that a lot of the stuff that is happening is because we both don't want this relationship to end up how past relationships have been. And so because of that, because you both don't want this relationship to end up how both you guys used to be, then don't let it go there. If you don't want it to go there, then don't let it go there. Right? So this is where I say, don't go into one relationship having baggage still from the past relationships. That's not going to solve anything. It doesn't solve anything. Past relationship baggage and the way that other people treated you is not going to do you any good, Misty. You both have got to allow this relationship to be pure and free without thinking about the worries about the traumas of where you guys both used to be. Because although whether or not we want to know it or not, or pay attention to it, past life trauma and trauma that has happened in this life in earlier years, those traumas, those relationship issues can lead into still relationships in this current relationship. If you don't deal with those traumas, it's going to end up here. So allow yourself both to communicate. Open yourself with everything you have to keep this relationship going by allowing yourself to communicate openly where we stand, where we're going, and we're not rushing into anything. You guys have went, like I said before, from 0 to 100 very quickly. And it's just like, we just need some self-assurance is what they're showing me. They need self-assurance that they're not going to go anywhere. They need to know that this is where you guys are truly your forever people. This is your soulmate right here. This is truly who you're supposed to be with. But don't rush into anything. Don't overlook things. And truly just allow this relationship to take however it's supposed to be. Don't feel like it's just like, it's either this or it's nothing. Because if you go to any man like that or any woman, it's either this or nothing. Trust me, then you just pick a fight that you truly don't want to be in. You don't want to be in fights where you're just like, it's this or nothing, because then they're going to be like, oh, really? You see what I'm saying? It's just like, I'd rather not, right? So then I pulled Letterman cards out for you next. And the Letterman cards are really talking about you guys aren't going anywhere. The scythe is coming in a reverse position. You guys aren't going anywhere, but you guys do need some nurturing. You do need some nurturing. And if you can nurture and communicate, in will come abundance. But this abundance card is in a reverse position. Not just that, but then if you pay attention to this guy up here, he is having some issues with where we're going. And like I said before, the reason why he's having these issues is because he wants to really make this relationship work, but it's just like there's more to the picture because there are other things that have happened in the past relationships that have really got him going somewhere for both of you. So this is where I say enough with past relationships and what you guys used to be, because that is doing nothing but robbing you guys. When we constantly focus on that past, it's doing nothing but robbing you guys from your true happiness. Yes, there will be light at the end of the tunnel, but at the same time, and there's obstacles that this relationship is going to go through. But are these obstacles truly something that are major issues, or are we making them into something bigger than what it is? It's some of that. So if you're making it into something more than what it is, stop making a mountain out of a molehill, because it's not going to do you any good. And then you're starting to pick on this relationship, on where this relationship could go or where it can't go. And then we get into the doubts of this relationship. It's not going to do anyone any good. Focus on that stability. Focus on stability. Like I said, focus on this relationship, opening up, communication, get into the flow of that relationship because it ain't going anywhere. This is coming in a reverse position. You guys aren't going anywhere, but you're questioning it because you're feeling some sort of way. Maybe his connection isn't as strong, but they're saying, look, you're not going anywhere, right? So this boat isn't going anywhere. The crossroads ain't going anywhere. You guys just got to get to balancing out your mind, body, soul, heart, spirit, creating those goals together, doing it together, because doing it apart isn't going to work out this way. If you guys continue to fight against each other, you're going to do nothing but this relationship going to hurt and hurt and hurt is what they show me. This relationship is going to continue to hurt if we cannot learn to communicate, if we cannot learn to deal with our past. You've got to deal with your past. Don't bring it into this future relationship. Don't bring it into this relationship. And don't allow these things from your relationship to be such a, like, making it more than what it is. Sometimes people just need to refocus. And that's kind of what I feel for him. He just really needs to refocus on his dreams and goals and realize that, yes, he could get and do them with you. And it's easier to do them together than it is apart. And he truly wants to be with you, but you guys have got to stop the bickering. You guys have got to, there's something that is off with him. Yes, I get that. But at the same time, like I said, he just needs a moment to let it all soak back in. That's it. He just needs to refocus, recenter. Both of you guys need to refocus, recenter, and get back on the same page. Look, the bottom card, communication. You guys need to focus on communication, Miss D, because if you don't, it can turn into something a little bit less than what you want it to be. And you guys are truly each other's soulmate. And I truly want you guys to work out. And literally your spirit's like, look, he's who we put in your life. But they literally said, both of you guys need not to be trying to run each other off. Hey, Fran. No running each other off. Right? So thank you, Miss D, for allowing me to read for you, sweetheart. Many blessings, light, and love. Your son, like I said, he's with you when you're working out. He talks about you working out. That helps to raise your endorphins in your body, raise your energy, and this is what makes him happy. Okay? That makes him happy. And not just that, but your spiritual team is saying, allow yourself to self-development and self-growth on a spiritual platform, on a spiritual level, and allowing yourself to see true potential. And then it's like taking Joe with you on this journey. Instead of saying, I got these gifts, how about helping him to figure out who he is and understand who his gifts. Everybody has gifts. It's whether or not you guys are choosing to use them and whether or not you're exercising that muscle and allowing knowledge to come in that will help you on your spiritual path. There's a lot to that, but in also words, you know, it's just allowing it to work. Okay? Allow this relationship to work. Quit with the back and forth. He's just going through something. It's just going to take a second. Communication is a must. You guys aren't going anywhere, though. You guys aren't going to go anywhere. You guys are going to proceed on this relationship, and you guys will rise. But allow that rising to take place instead of feeling so stuck. Okay? So thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, Miss D. Light and love, honey. All right, I'm going to do a free reading. So go ahead and type in love and light, and then I'm going to do a reading for Miss Maria, and then Cece, and then Ashley. That is my list. So my list is Maria, Cece, and Ashley. That's who I have so far. In between there, I will try to do a free reading. So go ahead and type in love and light. Love and light, love and light, love and light. All right. I'm really drawn right now to Yendri. Thank you, Yendri. Give me 1 second. All right, Yendri. This is for you. Just a couple cards, so keep your question in your heart space. Hello, Samara. Hello, Philippa. Yendri. I am good. Thank you so much for asking, Miss Samara. All right, Yendri. This is for Yendri. Okay. Yendri. All right. You're getting the Ten of Pentacles followed by the Chariot, and then you get the Knight of Swords coming in a reverse position. Sorry, my back is itchy. So this is about moving out of what they're saying an energy source, moving out of a predicament in which has us questioning like where we are, what we're doing, what's next. So it's like we need to move out. They keep on talking about a movement outward, which makes sense because the Chariot is coming in. When the Chariot comes in, this is literally about a movement. This is also about self-control. This is also about taking control of a situation. And not just that, but then in comes that Ten of Pentacles. And this situation can do with either family or and your financial well-being. So this is taking control over family situations and financial well-being, because in comes that Knight of Swords in a reverse position. It's like instead of feeling frustrated, scattered, reckless, or feeling angry about situations, what can we do to solve the problem? What can we do? We could communicate. We could deal with our own energy. We could ground. So when I tell people to ground, it's going outside and putting both hands down to the ground. And so I put both hands facing downward and right on either side of me. I remove any and all energies that are not of my own. I remove any and all energies that are not of my own. I remove any and all anger, frustration, fights, boils, anything that if I'm holding myself back, I remove it, release it, and let it go. I remove, release, and let go of any and all energy that does not serve me any longer. So you need to take control over the matters. Put in some protection, put in some grounding, some meditation, refocus the energies in order for you to reset the momentum of those things that you want to happen. You have to recenter, refocus. Because the thing is with this Knight is that sometimes we could feel scattered and that we're being pulled here, there, and everywhere, whether or not it's with family situations or financial things that are happening all around us. If we're feeling frustrated, we have to say, what can we do to recenter, to ground? And how can we recenter and ground? Like I said, ground, meditate, recenter to bring focus back on to the right path of those things that you want to happen. You have to recenter, regroup, refocus your thought pattern on those things that you want to happen, instead of feeling that there's nothing that you could do about it. There is something that you could do about it. You just have to refocus, rethink about the situation. There's something that you're missing. When you can refocus and when you can recenter, everything else will start to play out the way that they need to. But not until you refocus and recenter. So work on that. Okay. Thank you so much, Yendri, for allowing me to read for you. Yendri says that is true. That is confirmation for you to recenter. So thank you so much, Yendri, for allowing me to read for you. Many blessings, light and love. All right. Next reading is going for Miss Maria. All right. Miss Maria, definitely. Thank you. They have me switching the deck for you. So my next reading is going to Maria Rounds. Maria Rounds. I really wasn't sure who to say I wanted to choose. I actually had two other people in mind. Just whomever wants to come through is what came to my mind. Then I saw a little bit of my paternal aunt happened to also be watching the live. I have no clue how she would have come across this at all. So I'm going to follow what is being shown. So if my grandparents have a message for any of us loved ones still here, I'm receptive and so grateful. Sure. Let's see. All right, Miss Maria. Well, first of all, Miss Maria, many blessings, light, and love, and thank you so much for allowing me to read for you and to pull through your loved ones. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Show me what I need to see from Maria. So, Miss Maria. So as I pull you through and I pull through your spiritual team, yes, I can say that I do see, I'm pulling through your grandparents. They're coming through. I feel that there's a father figure type of an energy. This could be an uncle. This could be a father. This can actually be a grandfather. And there could be a great grandfather. There's a couple of gentlemen that are coming through. One I feel, I don't know, I feel like there is sorry, when I start to channel, I've been getting into writing a lot lately. So, Maria, there's two gentlemen here, a father figure and an uncle of some sort. An uncle is what I'm hearing. Uncle. Then I have a grandmother. Go ahead and have a seat. Thank you. Okay. Grandmother comes through. Okay. So when the grandmother comes through, she's saying, thank you so much for, they're verbally saying, thank you so much for allowing us to come through. Thank you so much for taking your time and your energy for contacting us once again. They speak of somebody needs to know when the right time, it's like the right timing, right situations that are getting ready to happen. They're speaking of the right, like they're showing me pin dots, and it's just like, when is it the right time to go here or there, taking the right time, energy and movements to make things happen. And allowing, so they're giving me a flower, they're showing me a long yellow rose. When I see this young, long yellow rose, this has to deal with raising that person's energy, finding happiness and joy, removing this depression and sadness, because it's like they're showing me petals that are fallen. So it's like removing this depression and sadness, removing this, and so our happiness can truly come forward. They stay on the mind of loved ones a lot. And so they're saying, look, we got things covered on this side. However, we need you guys to get things covered. We need you guys to get things back on track, getting this family back to where it needs to be. Instead of, for what they show me is that the family is not necessarily on the right page, because they show me someone that is on one page, and then they show me someone is on the other page, right? So there's like, we have one here, then we have other people here. However, we need to come back and combine this family back to where it needs to be, because they're saying there's way too much of this and that and not enough of this. So there's like way too much of this and that and not enough of this. So when they say not enough of this, this is unity, this is happiness, this is joy, this is taking things and allowing the family to completely heal. Anytime that there is someone that has passed, it's just like it's like there's this passing, and then everyone just like, that's all they focus on is just this passing, but they don't see that and understand that just because they have passed, they're not necessarily gone. They're very much still with us, right? So this is a very this is a belief in every Native American society that just because they have passed on does not mean that they're gone. And so with that belief system, we have to see that there's more to every particular situation. Not necessarily feeling like we're such in a rut, but allowing yourself to grow from that rut, that certain situation. So they're showing me even in a dark room, a flower can grow, even in a dark room. So if they're saying even in a dark room, a flower can grow, then even through your depression and your sadness and the ups and downs that we tend to put ourselves in, right? They're saying even though you go through that, we can still grow. There's still growth here. There's still more to the situation. So they say allow yourself to develop in a light, in a spiritual place, to understand that if they're still here, like we say that they are, you need to be able to believe it and see it. Just like the air that we breathe and the God that we believe in, whoever your deity is, just because you can't see them does not mean that they're not present, right? So because of that, they're saying, look, we got things covered on this side. We're okay, but we need you guys to be okay. You guys are the ones that have made promises to keep this family together, and somebody has allowed this to fail. Somebody has allowed this to fail. I feel like for whatever reason, we could definitely be having some more cookouts. We could definitely be having some more gatherings. And yes, we're under this pandemic, and I get that, right? But they're saying that there's more to the situation instead of feeling so stuck, right? So we feel stuck because we feel alone. And in a sense, they're like, how can you be alone, but you have such a big family? It's because you're alone in your own mind and you allow this to happen. You allow this to take place in here instead of truly allowing yourself health, wealth, and growth. You can have growth through the negative stuff that you have had happen if you can allow some of these things to just bypass you. You can allow yourself to move forward versus where we are. But sometimes we can't because we miss them. And we miss them so much that we just feel like, well, one more day of thinking about them isn't going to hurt you. But isn't it? Let me just say this. I was just talking about this with another client. So when somebody passes, my father passed 7 years ago as of February 13th. And that was one of the hardest things that has ever happened to me. Now, mind you, before he passed, my father's father and mother passed away. My husband's father passed away a few years after my father passed away. So did his grandparents on his mother's side. And then I had a friend that I used to work with commit suicide. So I felt like it was one thing after another, after another. And I just couldn't wrap my head around it. And then one day I heard God's voice, and he said, I was missing my dad at this particular point, and I hadn't gotten out of bed for weeks. And God said, Eva, you have one of the best gifts ever. You can see them, you can hear them, you could be with them, but yet you're so sad. Why are you so sad? I blessed you with these gifts, but why are you so sad? And I said, because I miss his hug. Because I miss him. I miss his hug. I know that I could see him. I know that I have these gifts, but I miss his hug. I miss the physical hug. And he said, is that not a bit selfish? I said, no. I said, I guess, yes, in a sense, you could find it as selfish. But he says, I've given you all these gifts, but yet you're still not happy. I said, but I am. I am happy, right? So all this to say, you know, I had to get up, then I had to shake it off, and I had to move on because I had a child who was 4. I had life that still had to be lived. I had a job that I just started. I have to move forward. How do you do that when your heart just melts and had just felt like it was ripped out of my chest? How do you do that? You ground, you meditate, and you trust in your spiritual team. You trust in God that they will get you through it. And every day it hurts. It does. But I appreciate the gifts that I do have because I can see them. I can hear them. And that's a blessing in itself. So I can't necessarily see it as a negative thing. It's just that I am human just like the rest of you. And it hurts me still. But my dad made me remember a promise that I made to him. And that was to reunify his family, this family. And there's many times where I feel like I failed him. Because I realized that other people deal with that, deal with him. And truly that he has passed. My aunts and uncles that were supposed to be there completely were not there for us. And we're born into a very close-knit family. Those people were supposed to be there for us, but they dragged our name to the dirt. That's not okay. When someone passes on, it's up to you guys to allow yourselves to move forward. It's a choice to love. It's a choice to move forward. It's a choice to allow yourself to dive deep into that depression, or it's your choice to move on. I'm not saying that you're going to forget them, but it's a choice that you have to make every day to reunify this family, to reunify your family for you, to get this family back to where it needs to be. Only you could do that. But you've got to do it. You have to. Because if we don't, we're going to feel some sort of way. We're going to feel like we failed. But who did we fail? Who did we fail? You didn't fail anybody. But you will fail yourself if you do not allow yourself to heal and move forward, because that's a choice. It's a choice to do it all. And the moment that we fail is a moment that you're allowing yourself to feel stuck. Don't allow yourself to feel stuck anymore, but allow yourself to move forward every single day. Every day. Every day that you're feeling some sort of way, allow yourself to move forward. Trust me, I know what it's like to want to crawl back in and under those covers, but you can't. But you can't. Allow yourself to heal. Reunify this family for you. Right? Allow this family to reunify for you. Because if we don't, you're going to feel stuck and you're going to feel some sort of way. And we just want the best for you. We want the best for you and everything that it has to offer. So it's all about healing. It's all about healing right now. So thank you so much, Miss Maria, for allowing me to read for you. Your grandparents want you guys to know that it's time to reunify this family. It's time to reunify and to heal your heart so you guys can move forward. Tomorrow's not promised to nobody, but this moment is. Right here, right now. So make it count. Thank you, Miss Maria, for allowing me to read for you. Many blessings, light and love to you and your family. So let me see what's going on here. 1 second, guys. Obviously, there is another person on here, another scammer. And You see, this platform is not letting me block them. Can somebody get on here and block them? Let me try this. Hold on. It's not letting me block them. So, Miss Janet Cox, can you please move forward and find your own clients instead of coming to this live, because it is not accepted. And I'm sure you don't really want to get anybody upset in here. So please move on. I ask you kindly to move on, because you are being rude by telling people to private message you. Yes, she's a scammer. So can someone report that? It's not letting me block her from this, please. So nobody contact her. She's not going to get any play from this group. She is a scammer. And she'll probably scam you out your money by telling you, yeah, here's a free reading, and then tell you got something on you, and then try to get money out of you. So it ain't going to happen. Okay, honey, you're going to have to go somewhere else and find another group to mess with, because it ain't going to happen here. Okay, so we are literally saying move on. Hello, Ivana. Hold on, guys. One second, guys. Okay. And of course, my Facebook on my other page isn't wanting to come up. All right, 1 second, guys. Okay. All right. I'm going to do a free reading, and then we're going to move on to Miss Cece Hermosa, Miss Cece, and then Ashley Klein, debating the card deck that I want to use. I'll go back to this one. So go ahead and type in love and light at the bottom. If you're looking for a free reading, go ahead and type in love and light at the bottom. And then I'm going to do Miss Cece and then Miss Ashley. I'm going to do them back to back. And then we'll do another free reading, because I kind of want to get them out of the way. So we can get this list down a little bit. You want to private message me. Oh, by the way, guys, right now I do have a 1 hour reading, or it's a reading or a channeling session. So if it's a 1 hour reading, it's for $45. If it's a channeling, it's $55, and it will go. I'm offering those until Sunday. It's a 1 hour reading or channeling session for $45 for reading, $55 for channeling. And that is truly a deal. If you look at my original prices, that is truly a deal. So private message me for those. 1 second, guys. Let me see something real quick. Hold on. Let's try that. Trying to enter into the live show from my computer. Maybe I can block them from there. Sorry, guys. We have a scammer here who has pretty much pinged everybody. And I'm working on a new platform that combines everything. So it's not letting me block anybody. And that's driving me crazy. So, 1 second, guys. It's not even letting me. Hold on, guys. Sorry. All right. 1 second, guys. One moment. The hell? Brad, what in the... One second, guys. Thank you, Samara. What is wrong with people? All right. Anyways, so since I can't necessarily do a whole lot, thank you so much, you guys, for that. I don't know. I just deleted them. I accidentally pinned them to my comments, and I'm trying to fix it all. Working on this new platform has got me a little frustrated right now. Anyways, moving on. Okay. So go ahead and type in love and light, and we're going to go ahead and do a couple, or do a free reading here before I get into my back-to-back with Cece and Miss Ashley. So I'm going to do a free reading for somebody. Go ahead and type in love and light here at the bottom. Got to kill people with kindness sometimes, right, guys? Got to kill them with kindness. Kill them with kindness. All right. I'm going to go ahead and read for Samara. Miss Samara is going to get a reading right now. Thank you guys for all that love and light. I appreciate you. Don't leave me, because I'm going to try to do a couple more free readings, guys. Don't leave me yet. So this is for Samara. Keep your questions in your heart space, please. All right. Samara, first cards are coming in for you. Six of Pentacles, followed by the Judgment card and the Empress. Sorry, my tattoo is itching. So what we're talking about here, we're definitely talking about some creativity. We're definitely talking about feeling like there's some type of a judgment going on. Let's talk here. Let's see. All right. So the Six of Pentacles that are coming in here, this is literally talking about that energy in which we're putting out to everybody. So this is like as if we are spreading ourselves, not just necessarily thin, but we're giving and giving and giving. We're trying to help everybody with all of their situations. And so they're saying, so as we do this, they're saying we try to help. However, the other people have got to accept it instead of feeling like, not just accept it, but they're also talking about not trying to take those things, that don't belong to them. So it's one thing if we give it, but it's another thing if people start to take it. Because what happens is that if we give to somebody because we want to, out of the kindness of our heart, we give to somebody, right? And now if that giving turns into them just taking it from you, then that taking, especially if you don't have a lot to give, that will turn into a void. Okay? Because if you don't refill that energy, then what happens is that, so that you were given graciously, then it turns into a taking, and then that taking turns into a void because you're not able to refill, because these people are just taking and taking and taking from you too fast. So because of that, you have people that are taking from you. So they're really walking, they're taking your generosity. What is the word that I'm looking for when people use you? So it's like they're taking your kindness for a weakness is what I'm getting. They're taking your kindness for weakness. They're taking your generosity. You're giving them an inch and they're taking a whole mile. Like it's that kind of a feeling that I'm getting. So you're getting the Six of Pentacles. So they're talking about this generosity, but I feel like someone's taking advantage here. But then in comes the Judgment card. And so this is where, with the Judgment card, this is saying, okay, now, even though we are going through this, we also need to be able to forgive them, right? So forgive those so that we can move on. Forgive them for what they have done so that you can move on. Give them that second chance. If they break that second chance, then there's no more chances to give. But at the same time, if you give someone a second chance, be sure you're doing it out the kindness of your heart, not because you have to, but because you want to. And then on top of that, in comes the Empress, and the Empress is all about creativity, creating abundance, creation of a new situation, a new beginning is getting ready to come your way. However, with this new situation getting ready to come your way, allow it to come, create that. We receive that, right? We receive that greatness and that goodness, but don't allow anybody to mistake your kindness for weakness. Don't allow anybody to allow them to take everything that you have created and just use it up for themselves and not give you back anything. That's not fair. Not fair at all. So thank you so much, Ms. Cece, for allowing me to read for you. Balance out your energies, but refocus your energy and get back to a happier state of you. Thank you so much, Ms. Samir, for allowing me to read for you, honey. Many blessings, light and love. All right. All right. Miss Maria says, I'm telling you, Eva is the real deal. Thank you so much. You are so welcome, Miss Maria. Thank you so much. Hello, Brooklyn. Hello, Aaron. Aaron says, hey, Eva, it's my birthday. All right, Miss Aaron, happy birthday, honey. Before I do Miss Cece, since it is Miss Aaron's birthday, cut so many out of my life because I felt used. I agree. So if you felt used, it's moving on. Recenter yourself. So that's saying you moved on from that situation. Recenter yourself so that you can now receive your greatness, goodness, like everything that you have coming to you. That goodness is getting ready to come to you. But sometimes it takes us to be able to see where we've been to say, okay, I've been there, done that, and I definitely don't want to go back there again. Some of that. So you guys share out some hearts for Miss Erin, please. It is her birthday, and I'm gonna pull her a couple cards real quick. So Miss Erin, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Sorry, I can't sing with the lip, and my throat is dry. I might not be able to sing Worth the Lake, but I could definitely share out some words. I could definitely share out some love and light. All right. Miss Erin. She says, yay, thank you. You're so welcome. Miss Erin. All right, Miss Erin, you're getting the 4 Pentacles that are coming in a reverse position. So this is about removing that stagnation so that you can maintain your happiness, your joy, your stability. We have to remove the stagnation. We have to remove that negative thinking, that negative process that might be coming around us, no matter where it's coming from, no matter the amount of haters that you might have. You have to remove that hate so that you can move forward, right? So remove that hate so you can move forward, Miss Erin, because this is not going to happen. We're saying, it's not okay for the stagnation to come upon you. It's not okay, right? So they're saying, time for something else, time for something else. And then in comes, this is the King of Hearts. The King of Hearts is all about removing, so it's about, look, don't be moody, removing that abuse, removing any and all overindulgence, allowing yourself to move on mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially, and removing any kind of, for what I'm seeing, any kind of negative, like any kind of negative energy that might be coming from a father figure for somebody, whether or not it's your kids' fathers or whether or not it's your own, like there's something having to do with a past fatherly figure that we are going to need to deal with. So they say, so with that being said, whatever this is, removing it, because it is getting ready. So they're talking about family drama and issues, staying focused on the bigger picture, staying focused on the happiness, joy, prosperity that's getting ready to come for you. Because literally, I feel like something's getting ready to happen, something big in a positive way is getting ready to happen. But we have to say that there is some type of a negative, manly male figure that is going to try to come in and try to put in some hurting. And this is where you have to draw that line. So in comes that Eight of Swords that is coming in. And this Eight of Swords is literally saying removing the isolation, removing the pain of your past, not feeling trapped, but allowing yourself to escape the monotony of it all, of negativity, and allowing yourself to grow mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. So my prayer for you on your birthday is for light, love, happiness, and joy, and all your endeavors to be fulfilled. May you achieve your dreams, goals, and blessings in life. We connect you to God, Source, Creative Energy, and Mother Earth. May she hear your wishes on your special day. Sending you light, love, happiness, and joy. Many blessings, light, and love, Miss Erin. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Thank you. All right. I'm going to work on my last two readings here, and then I probably am going to jump off here. I have been on here for about an hour and 46 minutes and counting. Thank you, Miss Erin. She says, love you, Eva. Light and love to you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. All right. My next one is going to go to Miss Cece. Miss Cece. And then Ashley Klein. And then I'm out of here. It's been a long night, and I'm getting tired. It's about 11 o'clock. You guys check me out tomorrow. I will be going live tomorrow. It is Saturday, so I will be going live. I'm just not sure on the exact time. So as soon as I get that time, I'll go ahead and post that. So check out my live tomorrow. Hopefully I can get this platform together. All right, Miss Cece. Oh, my candles just went out. Hold on, guys. Let me light this candle real quick. So, Miss Cece, I connect you to God's Source Creative Energy, Mother Earth, the earthly elements. May you receive light, love, happiness, and joy, and remove any and all judgments, any and all negative energies that might be coming or in your life right now. Remove it, release it, and let it go. We call in happiness and joy into your life, Miss Cece. Happiness and joy, light and love, and blessing and protection. That every and all things that are happening to you, and whatever this judgment is going on, we remove it, release it, and let it go. Remove it, release it, and let it go. Cleansing this life, we're cleansing our energy, our mind, body, soul, heart, and spirit. Receive your healing, receive your blessings. Receive your healing, receive your blessings. So it is. Cece, so they're showing me they're trying to help you in the reversal of the situation that is happening within the family. And it's just like, I feel that there's this negativity that is around you that needs to be solved. That's why I felt like the need to light some sages, because I felt like there's like one thing happening right after another for you. And this is where it's like taking you on an emotional roller coaster to a point where it has you, in a sense, what I would say, in a sense, it's like feeling bugged out. Like you have all these things that could possibly happen. And it's just like, are you serious? And it's just like they're saying, things need to be switched up. The situation needs to be switched up, and it can be switched up if we allow ourselves to do the work. So this is where I feel like needing to do some spiritual work, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. So it's like I feel like that we need to cast off this negative energy that's off of you, because it's just like if one thing is happening right after another, one after another, right after another, it's just like, okay, when is enough enough? When is this negativity finally going to remove itself? But at the same time, if we continue to give this amount of negativity all this energy, that's just like then in a sense we can't allow this to happen. We can't allow them to take that upper hand. We can't allow that to happen. So this is where I feel like needing to ground, a good spiritual bath cleanse, a good house cleanse, a good meditation. Getting into a fast for a couple days. If you can fast for, even if it's for 24 hours, but I'm fasting to get this situation resolved. I'm fasting so that I'm calling in on my spiritual team that when we fast, this not just is the situation going to get resolved, but it's going to get resolved immediately. And as you're in that fast, sit with God's source creative energy. Sit with God, sit with Mother Earth, and allow yourself to balance your energies, allowing yourself to heal, allowing yourself to reach the depths of healing, that these things stop happening back to back as they are, and that we truly get some clarity on the situation. Because this situation that is happening with you on this legal matter, I feel for whatever reason that this energy that is on it is because of, I feel like not just is it because of everything that we've been through recently, but I just feel like it's just like, yes, one thing after another, but there's this certain situation where it is literally threatening your financial well-being, which we know about, right? So because of that, they're saying, okay, but are we going to, like, I feel like this is just this, and I just heard this shall pass too. It's a financial lesson. It's a financial situation that we just have to get all this stuff and all this information, and it's just like we need to light the fire under somebody's ass is what I feel. Somebody needs to get the situation over and done with, because that's the way that it stands. It's like, okay, enough is enough. So literally your spiritual team is like, okay, when is she going to spend time with herself, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, and spiritually, to get it all situated, all of it? Because every little detail in your life means something to you, to your spiritual team. They're trying to uplift you. They're trying to show you things. They're trying to help you out of this matter. But you need to do some major work here. You need to come in and do some work. You need to do some work in healing the mind, body, soul, heart, spirit, all of it. Because if we don't, it's just like it's going to continue on. And nobody wants to go through that. Nobody wants to have to go through this stuff that you're going through one day after another, one situation after another. Right? That's not fair. So because of that, allow yourself to say, okay, I'm going to heal from this situation. I'm allowing myself to heal from the situation. Because if I don't, we can't allow this to constantly feel like we're being taken back. Right? There's only so much that we can do. But at the same time, your spirit team is like, look, there's so much that we could do. Do you trust us though? Do you feel us though? Are you listening though? Balance out the mind, body, soul, heart, spirit. Remove those negative energies. You know what you need to do. Spiritual cleanse, taking a nice spiritual bath, cleansing the house and the property with some sage, some Palo Santo, using some Florida water, wash out the house, You mix in Florida water. You can mix. There's a way that you can do it, yes, but you make this cleanser, and when you make this cleanser, wash the house, wash the energies that are around you, right? So there's a certain blend that you can do to help to wash some of this negativity away. I believe it's Florida water, lemon. What is that stuff? It's like lemon oil, but there's a one that you put in the floors to wash your floors, and it smells like lemon. But you put that in there with some Florida water, with some sea salt, and you put in some sage oil and some cloves, and you get to washing your floors and your walls, and allow that stuff just to cleanse. Like there's a whole thing that you could do, and it's all about cleansing. But it's washing those floors, washing out the energy. So it's like we're cleansing the air, we're cleansing the actual house, we're cleansing ourselves, we're balancing out ourselves. So all of this stuff is going to help you, but you need to do it. So it's like they're saying, you know what you need to do. Now it's just doing it. And they say the sooner the better, because some of these actions that need to take place, they need to happen now. Not later, but now. The sooner the better. The sooner the better. Right? So she says, is someone doing this to me and my family? I definitely feel like it's an energy that's around you. Show me what I need to see. Show me what I need to see. Let me move this banner real quick. This negative energy that is around CC. Show me what I need to see. Is someone putting something on her or her family? By this swinging back and forth, this is a yes. There's somebody out here that has wished you negative energy. You need to cleanse it. You can do this is what we will call ojo, the evil eye. You can cleanse it. I do a distance cleansing, or you can do it yourself. If you have a curandera that is close to you, you can have her do it. But you definitely need to do a form of limpia, to do some cleansing to remove this jealousy, this hate, this hatred. It needs to be removed. Because the way that things stand, they're going to continue to happen until something gets solved. You need to send it back to sender. This needs to stop. The sooner the better. So literally, I call in healing. I call into God's rich creative energy, that which is holy, righteous, and pure of all energies, Mother Earth and earthly elements, earth, wind, fire, and water, to bring in healing, blessing, and protection to Cece and her family. Remove any and all negative energies. Clear her home. Clear her property. Clear her. Clear her husband. Clear her kids or children. Protect her and her property. Remove this. Removing any and all negative energies, any and all curses, hexes, spells, binds, bonds, voodoo, devils, demons. I remove them, cast them out. I rebuke them. I rebuke them with the light of God. That which is holy, righteous, and pure. Mother Earth and earth, the elements. Archangel Michael, Uriel, Gabriel, Raphael. I remove it, release it, and let it go. Remove it, release it, and let it go. Cleanse their mind, body, soul, heart, and spirit, and realign their mind, body, soul, heart, and spirit. Bless them mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, and spiritually. Help them to gain their light and love back, and all forms of energy that are positive back removing any and all negative energies. Lifted. Turn to center. Forgive things on an adoration of forgive things. We give thanks and we raise the vibes from the CC. We cleanse our mind, body, soul, heart, and spirit. We cleanse our mind, body, soul, heart, and spirit, realigning our mind, body, soul, heart, and spirit. Realign, recenter. Any and all curses, fixes, spoken. So shall it be. Amen. CC, whatever the situation is, like I said before, I can do it myself, but if you want to find a curandera that is close to you, that's fine. But a form of limpia needs to be done on top of this. You need to reground, you need to ground, meditate, spiritual cleanse the home, get everything back in order, get everything situated back on track, because the way things are, it's not allowed to happen any longer. So you need to take control over this. The 5 of hearts is coming out. The 5 of hearts is coming out. You need to handle this business. The 5 of hearts coming out. This is all about crying over spilt milk. This is the situation where you feel like it's one thing after another. So this is literally about removing it, releasing it, and let it go. In comes, this is the Knight of Hearts. This is in a reverse position. So this is where we cannot, this like removing that resentment, removing that hurt and everything, because it's like there's moody energy. It's like your energies have been everywhere. So it's like we're finally having to remove it, release it, and let it go, right? So this is everything at one time. So the whole first row was all in reverse position. So you had the 5 of Pentacles, then you have the 5 of Hearts, the Knight of Hearts, then you have the 7 of Pentacles, and then the 10 of Hearts, all in a reverse position. So this is literally the obstacles that you have coming for you. So this is the obstacles, and it's going to take hard work to get it off and recenter. However, it might be a slow progress, but it will get better. It will. In comes that 10 of Hearts. This is literally to the whole family. All this frustration, foils, all these obstacles, this is happening to the whole family. And it's like one thing after another, yes, but at the same time, it's like, okay, no more. So the Empress is coming out. She's like, look, let's create happiness and joy and abundance instead of where we are. We don't have to take this sitting down. We don't have to take this sitting down, but it's up to you to make those changes. It's up to you to make the changes. This is the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles is all about the setbacks and the rocky times that you have been in, the financial rocky times. And then in comes the World card. And the World card is all about peace and comfort and about seeing that there is some form of a cycle. We have to take this cycle and we have to knock it out. We have to knock out this cycle, knock out those curses, hexes, spells, binds, bonds, removing the tyranny, removing this stuff, and casting it out. Remove it out. So it's like enough, out with it. Then in comes the Death card in a reverse position. And this is where they're saying, so slow changes are going to happen, but the transformation is also coming forward. So as a transformation, this is removing that stagnant energy. So we have to remove that stagnant energy because in comes the 7 of Hearts in a reverse position. This is again having to deal with the reflections that we are projecting and that are staring back at us and saying, you know what, let me fix those things that are staring back at me. Let me fix those things that I don't like about myself, because that's what we can change. We can't change anybody else, but we can definitely change ourselves. We can balance out our mind, body, soul, heart, and spirit. But it's up to you to make those changes. It's up to you to say, I'm going to do what I have to do because I'm tired of these problems happening. This last one with this whole judge and this whole whatever that whole thing is with this whole payment of all this debt and stuff like that is the most craziest thing I've ever heard. And but for it to constantly keep on happening, and in comes the Queen of Swords. This is literally about fighting. I need you to step up and fight. There's no time to rest anymore. It's time to do it now. Do it now, literally. And then in comes, you have the Nine of Swords coming out in a reverse position. And this is beating yourself up. Stop beating yourself up with something that you can't even handle. If it was something that's put on you, now we know where it's coming from. Now we know what we need to do to get it off. So if you can't do it, seek help. Get the help. Then in comes the Three of Wands. This is all about the opportunities. So good things are getting ready to happen for you if we could get you out of this depression, get you out of this point of view and put you in to see that there's other things that are getting ready to happen for you. But you have got to do the work. So then not just is it the Three of Wands, but then you also get the Queen of Hearts. And the Queen of Hearts is also, so you got some good things that are happening, but we need you to nurture yourself. Pay attention to your intuition. Pay attention to yourself. Getting things back in order. You know what needs to be done, but now it's just doing it. The sooner, the better. So we give thanks to your spiritual team. I give thanks to your spiritual team. Thank you, Miss Cece, for allowing me to balance you out. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. Many blessings, light, and love. All right. So I'm getting ready to get out of here, guys. You guys did not get a reading with me tonight. Check out my live tomorrow. I am doing a 1 hour deal from now until Sunday. It's been going on all week. And I also have monthly deals that are going to end on the 28th. Tomorrow, I have one more reading I'm going to do from Miss Ashley Klein. I have not forgotten you. But tomorrow, I'll be doing a live. We're going to do some more readings. But tomorrow, we're going to be doing a manifesting session. Tomorrow is a full moon, a perfect time to do some money, love, and happiness rituals. So tomorrow on my live, we'll be doing some readings, but I'm also going to come on here and I'm going to show you guys how to do that session, how to do your own money jars, your own thing. So if you guys want to partake in the, I'll probably do them separate, but if you guys want to partake in the love and money jars tomorrow, we're going to do a $5 to enter your name in to that love and money jar tomorrow. And what else are we going to do? So it's $5 on the live to enter into the love and money jar. And then, but I'm going to go on live and do the whole session with you, how to do it and all that stuff that I put in there, all the herbs that I use. And then, so $5 to enter into that. If you want to do your own love and money jar, that's $45. And I will go ahead and do that for you. But it will be off of the live, but I will be doing so if you guys want to do personal, actually it's going to be $40. So let's do a 40. Normally I do $50, $55. But tomorrow it's going to be, I'm going to do personal jars for love and money rituals. And that's going to be for $35. Or you could pay to get yours into the community jar for $5. So tomorrow is a perfect time because it is a full moon. So your own personal for $35 or $5 to get your name into the community jar. But we will be going live tomorrow so I could do the love and money jars with you so you guys can see all my stuff that I put in there and you guys can see how we get started with it, okay? And then we'll put it out in the moon and we'll go ahead and set the intention. So we'll go ahead and go through all of that stuff tomorrow. So I have one more reading I'm going to do from Miss Ashley Klein. She had already paid. And then I'm jumping off of here. Check out my live tomorrow. I will be going live. I have to look at my time because I have to work on a local case that I'm working on to help someone to find the killer or the situation. I have a couple murders that I'm looking into. And I also have another case that I'm working on too. So I'll be working on those tomorrow, plus my live, plus my clients. So yes, trust me, if I'm not on here, I'm normally working on something else, whether or not it's something for a local client or if it's a one-on-one session. So I am running one-on-one sessions, $45 for a 1 hour session with me for reading. Normally readings can turn into channelings, or if it's just a straight channel, it's $55. So I'll be running that until the 28th. So check out all my deals. I'll try to repost them again before the end of the night. Okay, so my last reading now is going to go to Miss Ashley Klein. Miss Ashley Klein. Hopefully she has not left. Miss Ashley Klein, you still with me, sweetheart? Ashley Klein. All right. Miss Cece says, thank you, big hugs. You are so welcome, Miss Cece. Sending you out light and love. Hello, Tara. Sorry that you missed me, Sunshine. Sorry that you missed me. Sorry that you missed the live, guys. For all you guys that I didn't get a chance to read, don't hesitate to reach out for my next live, which is tomorrow. And I'll be doing also another live on love and money jars and getting all of that situation on the live. So you'll see a little bit of that. You guys can always reach me at www.shamanicphoenixguidance.com. You guys send me a friend request at EvaMarie Thompson, I believe. And then there is Shamanic Phoenix Guidance by EvaMarie. And then I run Shamanic Phoenix Guidance readings and mediums. And then I also have a new page that I'm setting up. There'll be many videos on just different spiritual things. So that is Shaman EvaMarie. So check out those pages. And I think that the live will be tomorrow. If you catch it on my page. You can catch it on this one, Shamanic Phoenix Guidance by EvaMarie, or Shaman EvaMarie. You guys will check the video out there for those, okay? For that love and money jar, that will be tomorrow. All right. So this one is going for Ashley Klein. Miss Ashley. Ashley Klein. I need to see for Ashley Klein. All right. So Miss Ashley, I do have your grandmother coming through. She's the first one to come through. Thank you. As she comes through, we give her thanks. Thank you so much for coming through. As always, I appreciate you. Okay. So Miss Ashley. So your memo comes through. And then I also have, go ahead, who are you? I feel like she says my sister. You have a sister that has passed over. She says my sister. And who are you, sir? And then there's a male energy. This male energy could be like father. It's a father type of figure. So this could either be a father, uncle, or grandfather, or a great grandfather. But they come through, and when I feel a father type of I feel like it's a father type of protection. Father type of protection. So there's a male here, and I feel he's talking about protection. Protecting her. I protect her on her path. Who are you? This is your great grandfather. This is a great grandfather. And he says that he comes so he protects you. And I want you to know that I watch over you so that you can, like, I feel like, in a sense, what he's showing me is that what happens is that sometimes when we feel our spiritual team, what happens is that you don't feel, when you feel like you're protected, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. And that you walk with more confidence. You walk with so much confidence to a point where when you feel like, okay, think about this. When you have an entourage, or not an entourage, but if you are protected by bodyguards, right? You can walk around more freely. So in a sense, what he's showing me is that I come through for protection. This is on the mother's side. There's a great grandfather on the mother's side. And so it's like what he's showing me is that he comes through for protection. And when you have that protection, you walk in confidence. So this is where he's showing me he protects you so that you walk in confidence. So you could almost sense when he's around, because what happens is that when he is around, you walk in confidence, you walk in light and love, and there's nothing that anyone can say or do that will make you feel any lesser protected, because at that moment, not just do you sense it, but you can feel it to a point where there's nothing. It's like one of those feelings like nothing can take you down. And that's the kind of feeling that I get. Nothing can take me down right now. And so because of that, he comes through very highly protected, very much on like, I'm here, I'm protecting, we're good to go. Like, there's nothing else to worry about. I got you covered. Now, then I hear your grandmother saying, well, it's about, so then your grandmother's coming through. And so she's like, well, at least you're doing something. Because she thought that so in a sense, it's like, well, in a sense, sometimes your grandmother tends to doubt a lot of different people. And so it's just like, well, at least you're doing something around here. So she has that kind of a feeling. So she makes me feel that kind of way. Well, at least you're doing something around here. So it's like your grandmother is like a bossy kind of a feel. Like she makes me feel like she's a bossy kind of a person. Like, at least you're doing something around here. You're not just sitting there like a lump on the log. So it's just like, so she's coming through. She's like, at least you're doing something. So she's quite the character. So she's like, at least you're doing something. Okay. Your grandmother says she needs to know I love her with all my heart. I love her. And she's talking about some type of a move. Okay. And then I heard, okay, to move forward. To move forward or to move on. Not exactly sure the difference between the two, but it's that kind of a feeling. And so when she says like it's okay to move forward or to move on, this is like not having any doubt. She's like giving you the approval to move forward, to move on. Does it have to do like with your passing or something? It's about her moving on for her emotional stagnation. So she says her moving on from emotional stagnation. Like needing to move on from that. Have one or more of them been visiting the kids more? Oh yeah, your grandmother and your sister. She passed away before I was born, but I think of her all the time. Yes. So your sister tends to look after everybody, just like your grandmother. So it's like as if she has what she's showing me. They both are showing me like we have an obligation to the family to watch over them, to be sure that they are receiving those things that they want in life. So I feel like for whatever reason, like if you're feeling stuck or you feel some sort of way, or you feel like you're what's the word that I'm looking for? Like if you feel like you're stuck, you're stagnant, and anything like that. So your sister tends to be the one, like Your grandmother goes to comfort, your sister goes through, and so she's not just a protector. She watches over things, but she puts different things in your path to help you out. She's like, if that's the last thing I can do, then I want to be sure that I'm there for her in that sort of way. So it's just like if you have a loved one or a brother or a sister that has passed on, and it's just like they want to be there to still help you, like that is the way that they could do it. So it's just like help in that way. And then for whatever reason, I just got a picture of a wallet or something that holds money. And so, and this has to do with her putting things in the right path. So especially when it comes to money. So when it comes to money, those things that you want, things like that, like it's just like it happens, right? So she has a special place in my heart, she says. She has a special place in my heart. I always want to see her do good in life. So this, in a sense, is where if you're feeling alone, like if you don't have family, you don't have anybody there to truly listen to you, this is where they come through and say, look, we got you covered. If you feel like sometimes even though you have family, but they might not be necessarily, maybe they got their own things going on. They might not necessarily have time to really talk. Understand that sis is always going to be there. And so they will always watch over you and other family members. So it's just like they're always there. They're always present to want to see good happen for people. So they make those efforts to make things happen. So many things around me lately. Seeing the clocks at 11:11, 22. Never miss a beat. Cardinals in the yard, constantly feeling like a touch on my shoulder. That is literally them. So when you feel like that, when you feel like they're around, she says 100% I feel alone a lot more often lately with Mamo being gone. And so because of that, you know, it goes back to me telling everybody, you know, just because they're gone does not mean that they're not here, right? They're always going to be here. They're always present, right? So we talk about that all the time. And if that's the only way that your Mamo can bring you comfort, then so be it. So that is her way of being around you. And so I see her around you. I see her for whatever reason sitting on a couch or sitting next to you on a couch or sitting next to you on a bed. Like she tends to be around there, and especially a lot more lately. Like she likes to be in the kitchen, but lately she's been around the couch or the bed. And then their sister comes in, and so she's like everywhere. Your sister's like everywhere. She has her hand in everything, just being sure that things work out for the best. Wanting the best for her. So I have to be sure that it counts. Even she has to be sure it counts. Like it's one of those things. Like we got to be sure that we make it count. You got to, you know, you have to make things count. You have to make things count. She keeps saying, you got to make things count. You don't like it? Switch it up, make it count. It's one of those things. You don't like it? Switch it up, make it count. You don't like the way it's going to go? What can we do to make it better? You don't like the way that this path is going? What can we do to make it better? And it's one of those kind of feelings. So don't feel like you're stuck, because when you have that protection from the other side and you have people watching out from you for the other side, you wonder why things are getting paid. You wonder why you're getting random money. You wonder why things are happening the way that they are. It's because you have that spiritual alliance. When you have that spiritual alliance, there's nothing that anyone can do to you. If you talk to them and you work with your spiritual alliance, anyone that tries to come against you, you're going to know it by your intuition, by them telling you, by them seeing. But there's so many different signs that they try to show you. So because of that, and because that they're there for you, allow yourself open communication with them. Even if it's before you go to bed. Hey, thank you for being here today, guys. I appreciate you. You know, giving them honor. You know, even after I do all my work at the end of the day, I give my whole spiritual team honor. I light them a little incense. I light them a candle. I give them honor. I say, thank you. Appreciate you. I love you. And I meditate and just give them back positive light. They give to us every day. That's the least I could do, is give them light and love. That's the least that I could do, is by verbally appreciating them. right? So because of that, understand that you're very much protected. They want to see the best for you. Always will appreciate and love them all. He said they love you as well. So Miss Ashley, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. And don't feel like you can't ever text me. Anybody that watches any of my lives, don't feel like you guys can't reach out to me. I'm available for one-on-one sessions, even if it's for a quick 15 minutes. I'm still available. So thank you guys so much for allowing me to read for you. And thank you so much for tuning in this evening with me. You guys have a great Friday and a great rest of your weekend. Tune in tomorrow as we will be doing a live manifesting in love and money jars tomorrow on the full moon. And we will also be doing more free and paid readings. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Until we meet again, many blessings, light, and love. Thank you. I hope.